Khanna, the California Democrat, sits on the House Oversight Committee, House Agriculture Committee. Congressman, good to have you back. Thank you.
Neil, always a pleasure being on.
Let me ask you first about this child care help that's being bounced around right now. Where does it stand?
It's part of Bernie Sanders' reconciliation. It's part of the $3.5 trillion. I expect it to be passed. And here's the important thing, Neil. No working family or middle-class family would pay more than 7% of their income under this plan. So the costs aren't going to go up. The federal government is going to make sure that we subsidize the the child care up to your income level not being more than 7% of your total income.
But the costs could go up for the government. So for taxpayers, it could go up, right?
Well, the taxpayers are going to have to pay for this, but we believe that it is a very, very worthwhile investment. University of Chicago economist James Heckman, a Nobel laureate, a disciple of the Chicago School, has shown that it is the single best investment you can make in terms of a federal dollar. You're investing in a person's long-term development. Head Start has been very effective. They need to be specialized services, but these kind of investments pay dividends in the long run.
All right, we can go back and forth on that, Congressman. I would be curious, though, to get your take on whether the spike in cases is going to be used as a rationale for this $3.5 trillion package. We've heard that many of your colleagues are saying this is proof that we shouldn't get our foot off the spending gas. Do you agree with that?
I think it's going to be used as a rationale that we have to rebuild our economy. I mean, it's going to show that we need childcare to get women back in the workplace. It's going to show that we need to invest in vocational education and community college to get people trained to re-enter the workplace. It's going to show that we need to expand healthcare coverage on vision and dental as people's medical costs have increased. So I do think these things were needed regardless of the increase in the Delta variant in cases, but it adds to the urgency as we realize we're still in a precarious situation.
Now, in California, it's so precarious that, a lot of restrictions are being reimposed. And I'm wondering, Congressman, how you feel about that. A lot of people who've been vaccinated are alarmed that they have to put the mask back on, that they have to prove that they've been vaccinated, that they have to go back to things they thought they were months over from. And do you think that's beneficial?
I understand people's frustrations. Obviously, it's difficult, but I support getting people masked. I mean, the reality is this. We didn't anticipate the Delta variant, and the Delta variant can be transmitted from one person to another, even if you were vaccinated. That wasn't the case of earlier variants. So as you have new data, you have to adjust policy. That's what makes America such a unique and special democracy. We are data-driven. And I think it's a small price to pay to keep people safe.
You're in a state right now, Governor, you obviously are based in a state right now whose governor is being recalled in an election coming up. Many are urging in New York that the Governor Cuomo, at the very least, face that, maybe should resign in the face of these harassment and worse allegations, maybe be impeached. Just wanted to get your thoughts on all of this.
I haven't read the report, but just the headlines seem pretty bad. And my sentiment is probably where Hakeem Jeffries is. If the report actually finds that he committed those inappropriate actions and engaged in sexual harassment, then I don't see what other recourse there is but resignation. But I'd have to read the report. I haven't read it, but from the headlines, that would be my view. Look, the recall is a very serious thing. It's a toss-up right now. It could go either way. There is an intense, passionate group of citizens who wants Gavin Newsom recalled. I obviously am supporting the governor, but I've always been blunt on the show, and it's a real toss-up.
You have been, and we appreciate that. Khanna, always good seeing you. Thank you.